Hello, we're here reviewing the Life Safety Tracker, production version 1.1.3.5. What we're going to do today is do a walkthrough on how to trick the system so that it'll print out compliant items and corrective action reports. Okay, the first step we're going to do here is open the rapid data entry form. We're in our client here. This is just the demo client. So we're going to go right into the rapid data entry form from the Life Safety Records tab. I'm going to open the rapid entry form. It's going to take a moment for it to download. I'm going to just resize it so it appears on the video window here. And now what I'm going to do is confirm I have the correct folder set. Should always be your first step when entering the rapid entry form. I can see that it is not exactly the one I want. So I'm going to switch it over here to photos. The template appears correct. And I'm going to hit save, and now the correct one is in. I'm going to begin adding an area. I just entered the building and the floor. I'm going to add this area here, building 111/113. Side 1, side 2, enter, and I'm going to press down. By pressing down, it opens up my first detail. Just going to go ahead and enter in a EMT pipe penetration. So I'm just put EMT max 1 inch, annular space 0 to half, and then wall rating type of 1 hour chip. Just going to make a note here that we're doing a demo. Counts 1. And in this instance, we're going to put it in as compliant first and say that the fire stopping appears complete. What we're trying to do is simulate a survey where we've discovered compliant items. We're going to put them in as compliant initially, but then we realize we want them to appear in the report. And because the system doesn't offer a compliant report that prints out both compliant and non-compliant items simultaneously, we're going to trick the system so it in fact does that, so we can give one report to our end user, being the in this case a general contractor. I just need the photo numbers, so I'm going to just grab them from my folder real quick. They are located in my drive here, Life Safety Tracker. So I'm going to use in fact 0276 and 0279, my side 1 and side 2 photos. So 0276 and 0279, and just confirm quickly. Okay, they both appeared correct. And then at this point, if I was doing a traditional survey, how the system is meant to be, I would be complete with this survey at this time, and I would upload the item. We're not going to do that. We'll simulate it. I'm going to press save here. I'm not going to upload or validate. I'm just going to close the form, and whether we left the site and we want to get back to it later or whatever, we're just kind of mocking that process here. So I'm now going to go back into the rapid entry form and begin the process to kind of faking the system so it'll report this particular item. Alright, just got to resize the rapid entry form so it fits in the video screen again. And this is a 5 or 6 step process, and the first step would be to take the condition, and rather than being compliant, we're going to say that it's non-compliant. By doing this, when we upload the data, the particular survey record will close out as deficient, which will automatically trigger a corrective action or a deficiency record to be created. This is key when we're doing these reports, because most of the reports will not print for that particular detail unless there's a deficiency record. So now I'm going to take side 1 photo, which is survey photo side 1. I'm going to copy it and put it into corrective action photo side 1. Hit paste, and I'm going to do the same thing for the side 2 survey photo. So I'm just going to paste it into the corrective action side 2. I could delete it all together, but I'd rather have 2 befores, just because it'll be easier for me to explain down the road if there's any questions. Next, I want to make sure that I enter all the information required. So I'm going to just search for the best definition here, and it appears install UL fire stop system would be an appropriate suggested corrective action. And then I'm going to also fill out the corrective action note, fire stop, compliant at time of survey. This will, a note like this will help trigger if there's any questions about why this appears in the corrective action report. Hopefully it will, if they read this note, they'll understand that this is just a method to get everything in the report. If they don't, you can explain the workaround pretty easily, that this allows us to hand them one report at a time. The classified UL system, I know that in this example for this client, which is not typical, we're going to actually once again do a workaround so that we can identify by contractor. So I'm just going to type the word contractor in the classified UL system, and then at this time I can close out the detail, which would complete the record and therefore close out the corrective action, and would also make sure that it would appear in any corrective action report that contains that detail. So I've completed my changes. Just to summarize, I changed the compliance status from compliant or green to non-compliant red. I've copied and pasted the side 1, side 2 photos into side 1, side 2 corrective action. I've updated the suggestive corrective action. This is important because it's a requirement within the system. I then added a corrective action note, fire stop period compliant at time of survey. That will appear on the report, giving hopefully putting to bed any questions that might come up from the customer. I put in contractor just as a precaution because that's how you're currently doing it within the this particular client's project. And then I closed out the item, therefore closing out the deficiency that I've created. I'm then just going to hit save and hit validate data, and nothing has come up, so I'm going to upload the marked items. They've been uploaded. I'm going to upload all the photos. And this will take just a second. Okay, the photos have successfully been uploaded. And finally, I'm just going to review this data. So I actually have the area, room number 1, entered in. I can see that the one detail has been created, and just to confirm that this creates the report that we want, I'm just going to open it right up. And it's just taking a second to download the information. I'm just going to resize the screen. And we can see here that we've entered all the data correctly. Both the survey and corrective action photos are the same. It's been closed out by myself. Fire stop compliant at time of survey. And then just to see how the report would look, I'm going to click the reports button at the bottom here. And I am now just going to do a corrective action report. I can, pick the details, but since there's only one, I don't need to do that step. I'm going to click view report. Report was generated rather quickly that time, which is nice. And we can see here that yes, our before and after photos are the same, but they did appear in a report. If we want to do this, the report in fact would appear blank, and it would be kind of a null set for this location and this detail. So this is, like I said, it's a workaround, but it's an excellent method to make a more comprehensive report at this time. And this concludes the workaround video for tricking the system for compliant items to appear in corrective action reports. Thanks. Bye.